Well, we've got by a week of lockdown and now we've entered day 8. The total number of COVID 19 positive cases in India stands at 1,397 with 35 reported deaths. The rise in the number of cases is 146 and 3 deaths have been reported since Monday. Now, on the slightly brighter side is the fact that the migrant movement might have stopped. Earlier in the morning on Tuesday, the centre in its status report to the Supreme Court had said that 6 lakh migrants have now been accommodated in 61,000 relief centres. All those people who were walking to their native villages were stopped on the way and taken to the nearest relief centre. So this is news on the slightly positive side. Now to the grim side. What has happened at the heart of Delhi in Nizamuddin is that a mosque had held a religious gathering back in the early days of March. 2,000 foreigners from countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, Kyrgyzstan, Sri Lanka and other places apart from the length and breadth of India had attended this gathering. Now, it appears that some of the members from foreign countries had borne the disease into India, and some of these members had infected their peers at the congregation. After 1 or 2 days of the congregation, the members had dispersed, traveling across the length and breadth of India into many states, for example, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and they had gone there to preach. So there is a fear that the contaminated, the already infected people may have borne the disease with them to different parts of India. The centre had already alerted the states on this matter a few days ago, and now it has been found that several people living in that particular mosque in Nizamuddin area of Delhi have been infected or they're showing symptoms of the disease. Over 1,500 people have now been evacuated from that mosque. These people, remember, were staying in cramped places. They were all housed in one building, some 1,500 of them. They were not able to practice quarantine, social distancing norms, although the mosque administration says that they tried their best to practice those. But it is unlikely they were able to. The disease, this became a breeding ground for the disease, and it may have infected many of these people. And of course, this is an assumption, but then the fact that many of them were religious scholars and people who preach, they may have been aged. So, and the disease, COVID-19, is more severely felt in older persons. So this is a huge concern. Now, the Delhi government has stepped in and evacuated over 1,500 of these people from that mosque premises. Out of these people, at least 441 of them were showing symptoms. The ones who are showing symptoms have been taken to hospitals and other facilities, and they are being tested, and their condition is being monitored. Apart from that, the ones who are not showing symptoms, at least as of now, have been taken to a quarantine facility. The Delhi government has taken very stern action and stern note of the mosque that decided to go ahead with this religious gathering at a point in time when the world was battling this contagious infection in many religious places across the world, including the Makkah, Medina, even the Vatican City. They had completely closed off their premises to foreign visitors and even visitors in general. And so the organizers are being accused of being irresponsible. There's already legal action being taken against them. But what is extremely important right now is that all state governments coordinate, the center and the states coordinate to be able to track down every last person who was present at that gathering and who has been in contact with people who were present at that gathering, because this is what contact tracing is. This is what tracing is. If we are not able to identify every last person who was gathered there, then there is the fear of COVID-19 spreading across the length and breadth of India. So right now the focus is on identifying those people who were present at the gathering, and also there are appeals from state governments for the people who were present there to come and identify themselves to the state government authorities. So this is a massive search and hunt operation going on, and already many states have tracked down the people who were present at the mosque in Nizamuddin in Delhi. Also, there are reports, the health ministry has said that the lockdown is not successful and there are spikes in some cases. There are spikes in cases in some areas because people are not following the norms and the orders issued by the central government. People are still out on the roads, people are loitering around aimlessly and without a purpose. So for the lockdown to be successful and for this spread of the COVID-19 to be checked, it is important we break the chain, and we can only break the chain by staying inside our homes. So this lockdown, it is extremely essential that this lockdown is respected, especially at a time when we see day by day a spike in the disease. Apart from cooperating with authorities, it's also essential, and the Home Ministry has taken very stern note of this, that false information should not be spread. Fake news should not be spread. And anyone who is found indulging in such activities, very stern action will be taken against them. Legal action will be taken against them under the Disaster Management Act. This is the order by the Home Ministry itself. Speaking about false information, there is another on social media, there is this piece of information going around that 400 pilgrims have been stranded at Vaishno Devi. This is untrue. Vaishno Devi pilgrimage had stopped back in 18th March itself, before the lockdown. So anyone spreading that information, stop it, because this is not the time for spreading unverified and fake news. We are fighting an epidemic. We are also, on the other hand, fighting an infodemic, which is an epidemic of false informations. Now, this is a development from Punjab, a positive one. The Amarinder Singh led government has said that they have watered down the VVIP security in their state, and they are going to redeploy, and they have in fact redeployed many of the personnel to tackle the COVID-19 crisis. Apart from that, this is for your information, just the Delhi government has declared the Lok Nayak Hospital, GB Pant Hospital, Rajiv Gandhi Super Speciality Hospital, Guru Tegh Bahadur Hospital, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Hospital and Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Hospital as dedicated hospitals for the treatment of COVID-19 patients. And lastly, the application deadline for the JNU entrance exam has been extended, and the new date for the entrance exam can be found on the National Testing Agency's website. That's all for today. Of course, apart from all of these things that I've mentioned, there are hiccups also in the supply chain that are being addressed and that will take time to settle down. So that was all on day 8. Let us know if we've missed anything in the comments below.